Hello, everybody. Yeah, this is my first video about boxing where I'm not gonna be, which is not gonna be called Boss Boxing Predictions. Just so you know, because I recently changed my name here on YouTube. So don't worry, it doesn't matter. It's just gonna be my boxing prediction right from now on. Make it easier. Alright, well, farewell to that tradition. That lasted for such a long time. Yeah, anyway, let's go to the fights now for this weekend, people. And we have a really good one. First, at Cruiserweight for the WBA Super Championship. Yeah, baby. Yes, people. All right, so the long reigning but not very active Arsene Goulamirian, who is still the champion somehow, even though he hasn't had like more than 2 fights for the last 3-4 years or something. Yeah, 4 I think almost. So he is already 36. He grew old during that time. Yeah. So he is fighting the 32-year-old Gilberto Ramirez, who we all know as Zurdo. Yes. So Gilberto is taller by an inch and a half. An inch, let's say. And he has an inch and a half reach advantage as well. He's a southpaw, while Goulamirian is the orthodox guy. So Goulamirian has no losses yet. He's 27-0 with 19 knockouts. And Ramirez only has one loss. That was to Bivol, of course. Yeah. At light heavyweight. And now, of course, Zurdo is looking to reinvent himself as a cruiserweight. He could no longer make that, how do you say, weight at 175. He's a big guy. And, yeah. The problem with Goulamirian, he hasn't been very active, as I said, and that's why you don't know really if he's still, in good shape. I mean, if he's still in his... I probably wouldn't say he's in his prime. However, he might not yet be totally, shop worn. Probably not. But this fight will show that. That's why it's so good to have this fight. And he's, he's pretty important as an ethnic Armenian who was born in Armenia also, but grew up or lived in France and then, moved to America. So, he hasn't actually defended his title since 22, but boy, November. And before that, it was in 2019, as I said. So for the last 3 and, something years, so not 3, 4, sorry. Yeah, that's right. 4.5 years, he's only had 3 fights. That's just incredible, right? Man. But, WBA and their standards are really horrendous, unfortunately. Any other organization would have stripped him, by now, but, yeah. So anyway, no, I don't like this slide. Let's keep it dark. Of course, I think Ramirez is kind of a favorite. He's also fighting in California with many Mexicans, even though he's from Mexico, but he has been fighting there for a while now in America, in California especially, and Vegas. So his last fight was, he beat Joe Smith Jr., which was a very good performance. He really, almost shut him out, won by a near shutout on all scorecards. And that was a dangerous opponent, of course, because of his punching power. And Goulamirian, yeah, he can punch too. He can punch some, but I wouldn't say he's like a like a huge, devastating one punch guy. He's more like a guy who wears you out, and like an accumulation volume puncher, if you will. So yeah, this will be a really good competitive fight, I expect. However, Ramirez, I would be surprised if Goulamirian won this fight, especially because of his inactivity, and unless there should be some kind of bad, crooked decision, but I don't think so, because shouldn't be, because Ramirez is actually the more famous and popular of these two guys, and yeah, so I think probably Ramirez will not stop Goulamirian. I don't think so. I don't think he has that kind of power, really. At light heavyweight, he did seem to have some power, but he did, pretty much win all his fights there by stoppage. But yeah, it was, mostly against guys who had seen better days or were just not that good, a little chinier maybe. So I think he will win on points, Ramirez, actually. And because he's a southpaw, it will be a really hard fight for. It will be hard for Goulamirian to figure him out and all that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so there you have it. I think Zurdo, a movie star looks guy, will win this fight on points. I'm not excluding, if since Goulamirian has been, so inactive, if he guesses late, I'm not excluding the possibility of him getting stopped, like in the championship rounds or something. Yeah, it can happen, but he looks like a big, strong, tough guy, and still that shouldn't have to say that much, but still, I think he will fight his guts out. As I said, as an Armenian, he means a lot as the only Armenian cruiserweight champion so far. No other Armenian has been anywhere close to, has been champion at such a big, weight, so high up. I think the closest one was. Vanes Martirosyan was never really champion. He did fight at middleweight for a little while. So yeah, or yeah, that's right, Arthur Abraham, super middleweight. That was it. So yeah, anyway, Ramirez to win by my, admission, however you say, prediction, and then the biggie. So you know what, we were supposed to have Tszyu fight Thurman, but he had to pull out. But that was, as we call, where I come from, a fortune in misfortune. Because his opponent turned out to be his new opponent, even better, Sebastian Fundora. Wow. Wow. Just wow, yeah. And this is quite a meeting, of two guys who are both in their prime, and Fundora is coming off, a loss to Brian Mendoza. But it happens. Everybody loses. Almost everybody who is an offensive fighter anyway is bound to get taken out sooner or later. So this is a very big fight for Fundora, and also even bigger. The fact is that WBC belt, a vacant one, is on the line because what's his name, Charles Germel, he I think vacated it or was stripped of it. I'm not sure. Sorry, I forgot. But anyway, it is vacant and it is on the line here. So whoever wins it, it will be a two-time champion. I mean, not two-time, but two division champion. Sorry, not even that, but two belt champion, all right? Yeah, or unified, let's call it. Yes. Boy, is this a fun video so far. Erickson, yeah. So yeah, I mean, Fundora has beaten some good fighters: Erickson, Lubin, Sergio Garcia, Carlos Ocampo, but he lost to Mendoza, who lost to Team Tszyu. So this is interesting. Even though he went the distance, but he did lose. And also Fundora beat Carlos Ocampo on points, while Tszyu knocked him out, in 1 minute 17 seconds. Wow, man. So there's a huge height disparity, of course, and reach, but height one is most, obvious. And yeah, oh man, I don't know. I wonder, we will see how Tim will handle that. And this is, I think, the first time he's fighting somebody that, I mean, really tall. I mean, he did fight Tony Arson, who was taller also, but not that tall, of course. 6'1". Yes, 5.5 inches shorter actually than Fundora, while Tim is how much? 10 inches. Wow, man, 10 inches shorter. Holy crap! So yeah, I mean, it will be a very interesting fight. I mean, all right, let's see. So also Fundora is a southpaw. Wow, I didn't actually know that before. And Tszyu is orthodox. Yeah, I mean, Tszyu has 17 KOs so far, 24 wins, and Fundora 13 KOs, so 20. So Tszyu's knockout percentage is 71, and Fundora is 65. So Tszyu is a little, better there. He's also gone more rounds than Fundora, 13 more. But they both debuted in the same year, 2016. And Tszyu is 29 and Fundora is 26, so yeah. No, not a huge difference there. However, Tszyu has fought a little, more world-class fighters so far, has beaten Tony Harrison also, of course, by a stoppage in the ninth round, and has beaten Terrell Gaucher, Takeshi Inoue, and Dennis Hogan, and yeah, Jeff Horn, who was already shop one. But anyway, Brian Mendoza also, of course. So the Soul Taker, as he called himself, Tim, is, I think, the favorite here as well. And, this fight is, though this fight is in Las Vegas, not Australia, it doesn't mean that much, I mean, it shouldn't. But, yeah, I think Fundora, he is very hard. So it's not easy to avoid his punches, but Tszyu has the speed and the movement and all that to counter that, I mean, guys who try to just stand in front of Fundora and trade, knock him out, they didn't do well, of course. But one of the reasons why Mendoza was able to knock him out was that he had the right strategy, the movement, and he knew how to time his punches very well and all that, of course. And Tim knows the same thing, of course. Tim knows all this, and yeah, but of course everything is possible. I mean, if Fundora should get in his rhythm, when once he gets his rhythm going, that's it. You are finished. Most often he stops his guy or wins anyway. But I think Tim is just very good and very strong, and like his father, and relentless in his attack, of course. So I see him stopping Fundora like in maybe 8 rounds or 9 or something, probably in this fight. I don't think it will go the distance because both guys love to slug it out. They are not there to win on points. Definitely, I don't think anybody is going for that. No, none of them are going for points victory. So Tim is just. But Tim, being also arguably the harder hitter puncher of the two, probably Fundora is more like a guy also throws a lot and stops you by landing a lot punches on you. So he's also a volume puncher rather than power puncher. However, Tim is he's a power puncher. Yeah, we can definitely say that. Yeah, like his old man. Once again, he looks so much like him, and as a fighter, he is also very much like him. Has great concentration, doesn't lose it, really. I mean, even when he was down against Gaucher, he just got up quickly and went back at it and kicked his ass. Pretty much he won anyway. So, yeah, that's so very, even underrated, I would say, quality sometimes, and especially in the West. The concentration, the stability, however you call it, being focused and not ever losing it, even if you get knocked out or, I mean, knocked down or hurt with a big punch. You have the ability, if you have the ability to collect yours, to gather yourself, get yourself back together, you can win. If not, but some don't have it, quite many don't, I would say. That's why they lose quickly after being knocked down or hurt with a big punch or punches, whatever. And that's why we see these stoppages happen quite a lot because many guys just don't. They lose their composure. It's a composure. It's about So. All right, enough talking for now. So there you have it, and all right, see you soon. All right, until the next prediction round. Bye.